Hi everyone, Dan Dakin here with Canadian Cycling Magazine. Here with Lou Tortola with the Roundtail road bike. Really a neat design. We saw this thing at one of the shows down in the States and found out that you're Italian born but from Windsor and living in Windsor, and you designed this bike. So tell me a bit about the bike. Where's it being made, and tell me about the material that you're using for it.
Well, this bike is in production currently. It's being made by Paul Taylor in Bozeman, Montana. He's an ex-cyclist who's been building frames for about 20 years, and he's an exceptional frame builder, really good guy, and pays a lot of attention to detail. The bike is built with material that's made in Italy by Gruppo, which is Columbus. Spirit, butted tubes, very thin. The bike is very light, just under 5 pounds. The rear rings are 4130 chromoly, which is the material we've been able to bend and shape to our design specifications and make it achieve the properties we were after in doing this design. Yeah. And I'm very proud of it.
Yeah. So I understand that you basically started this project, what, five months ago or something?
5 months ago. Last year I did about 5,000 K on my Canadian built road bike. It's an Argon that I ride, and while I was riding, I was very anxious to introduce some of my creativity and artistic things that I endeavor to do with each project and thing that I'm passionate about. And I saw something on a bike that I thought I could change, and I commenced the design and the pursuit of constructing this frame, and had some tooling built in Windsor where we have a lot of tooling capabilities, and sent it over to Montana, and the rings were shaped accordingly. And I spoke with Gruppo in Italy, I spoke with Campagnolo in Italy, and I've been getting amazing industry support for the people who get what this is about.
Yeah.
I appreciate it very much.
Yeah. So yeah, you said just under 5 pounds for the frame. This particular build around
17.2 pounds is the bike currently. Yeah. We're also working with Linsky Performance in Tennessee, who's one of the world-class titanium frame builders, and they are building this bike in titanium. I'm very excited to get that version available soon. It's going to be a lighter bike.
Yeah.
It may have even better qualities for the intent of this design with titanium, and I'm also looking forward to pursuing the carbon fiber program.
Right. Now, availability and pricing, is this something that people will be able to get their hands on fairly soon?
We are shipping this bike today. There's one bike going to Victoria for a fellow who's crossing the country with it. There's one going to Vermont. There's a couple going to Mexico. Paul Taylor is almost behind schedule, but not really. He's building one bike at a time to suit the rider. Each rider is sized and built accordingly. I've also spoken with a manufacturer who is going to have for Interbike a hybrid and a mountain bike for us, and we're taking delivery of about 400 units that will be production built just after September at Interbike. So we're hoping to continue with a lot of good focus on making the bike available to the public as a choice.
Right, I see. And now, explain to me the reason for the design. What benefit will people get from this style of...
Well, there's a lot of benefits, and you know, the ride is sweet. I love this bike. When I ride it, it is, of course, something that I'm connected to, but everyone else who gets on it appreciates it as well. And what I've done is remove the straight path of travel from the bottom bracket shell to the seat by removing the seat tube here, and as well as removing the straight seat stay in the rear. And so the triangle has been removed, and instead of the triangle there's a circular stay that connects the bottom bracket shell to the seat post and the rear forks. In doing this, the compliance vertically has been improved, where our finite element analysis of a standard frame shows that the give here is about 0.002 of an inch, and in this frame is 0.02, so 10 times greater. But what's really neat is that all of the stresses and strains that occur in the bottom have to travel in the path of the circle, and that's straight up.
Right.
And the mathematics show that there's a 67-time improvement of the vibrations that would otherwise make it to your back are now lost. And over a double century or a century, when you get off a ride like that, the memory of all those vibrations isn't there, and you just feel better. And that was my whole intent in pursuing this design.
So you're talking basically a more comfortable ride, especially for longer rides.
It's different, and it's exciting, and also allows people to get into their frame and clean it and maintain it better. aerodynamically it really does help in not having all of the vertical surfaces here that in the past made part of the drag what it was. The chain doesn't flop and hit your chainstay anymore because it's curved downward. The frame is very laterally stiff. There is no loss of lateral stiffness or performance. Most people that ride this bike indicate that it's very responsive and it accelerates very fast, and they're actually surprised that it exceeds their expectations, and I'm very, very happy.
Well, listen, we're looking forward to giving it a try, and you can watch for a full review of this in an upcoming issue of Canadian Cycling Magazine.